Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? I hope you had a happy holidays and a good new year when the time comes. Welcome to episode 4 of Dueling Book Dummy. Right now our record is 8-21 and I am looking to make it better. I think I'm gonna go until I get 15 wins, or for however long of a lose streak I get before feeling absolutely wrecked. Before I show you the duels though, I do want to go through the deck list for you all to see what I'm packing with. As it stands for the monsters, I have Cyberjar, Dark Elf,
2 copies of Flying Kamakiri #1 to get our Spirit of the Books, and 2 Harpy Ladies.
Jinzo Morphing Jar, the Bistro Butcher, and a 7-colored fish to pair with our Beaters of Axe Raider, 3 Jiriken Kuwagata, and 2 Sky Scouts, and a Bean Soldier to get under Messenger of Peace. For the spells, it's all the ones you know. 3 Black Pendants, 2 Eternal Rests to pair with our equip spells in case we want to equip our opponent's monsters with stuff and then destroy them, 2 Fishers, 3 Horn of the Unicorns to pair with our 2 Malevolent Nuzzlers, 2 Messenger of Peace, a sort of deep-seated, and then 3 Upstart Goblins. Lastly, for the traps, I got Horn of Heaven, Mitcher, Solemn Judgment, and Spellbinding Circle. The extra deck, honestly, isn't anything. Just a bunch of level 5s and below for when we get instant fusion, and the side deck isn't anything either. The only notable stuff are the copies Rush Recklessly and Mushroom Man #2 that we have, so without further ado, let's get into the duels. Our first duel was against a user playing Vernisylph. If the AI voice can't say that word, it's the cutesy Earth Fairy archetype that Konami released a while ago. The guy OTK'd me on his turn since he went second. There was honestly nothing I could do about that, to be honest. The second duel, however, oh my god, let me tell you. I was facing off against a guy using Dogmatica, Blue Eyes, and Dark Magician. This duel, well, it was honestly a total wash of a duel. Not in the sense that I was overpowered or it was a blowout. No, my opponent made 2 massive mistakes during the duel that honestly made it a wash. First illegal thing he did was that he resolved Dark Magical Circle wrong. How you should do it is that you banish face down the top 3 cards of your deck by hovering over your deck and hitting Banish FD. I say this because I don't think the devs put in the code yet to make Dark Magical Circle resolve properly without a janky way to do it. Either way though, what this guy does instead was literally view his entire deck and just banishes 3 cards from it. Now, I assume these cards were the top 3 because they were all bad, but even then it didn't matter because he banished them face up. I wasn't supposed to know the cards. Like, come on man, how hard can this really be? Due to all of this, I decided that the duel was null and void and that it was a win for me. Like, imagine going to a tournament at locals and a person does this? Judges would be called over and this guy would at least get a warning or whatever. In either case, I opened up 2 McDonald promo packs and then 3 Metal Raider packs. I didn't really get anything too notable from them honestly, so let's go on to Duel 3, which was against the White Forest archetype. I conceded that duel after like 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm not sitting through a combo that feels like it's gonna be a while, especially because the guy said he was testing the deck, so… Next duel. And oh boy. Let me tell you about this duel. I go in setting my Kuwagata and Solemn Judgment face down before passing, only for my opponent to play a face down card and passing it back to me. Go. Sky Scout. Flip up Kuwagata. Tack. I was most certainly gonna take advantage of this. Oh, my opponent tries to use Nadir's Servant? Nope. Solemn Judgment that away, baby. Set your pathetic monster and pass it back to me. I was riding high on this, and let me tell you, it felt good. I summon out Jinzo on my 3rd turn, attack with Sky Scout and Noatush Blossom. Alright Jinzo, destroy the hand trap please. I pass it back to my opponent, who sets another Ash Blossom face down before ending his turn. My bro bricked so hard like I feel bad. I summon Dark Elf, pay the 1k to attack with her before going in with the boys Jinzo and Sky Scout. My opponent admitted defeat because there was nothing he could do. He even showed me his hand. Yeah, he's super bricked on Dogmatica hard. I mean, it happens, that's just how the cookie crumbles. But you know what that also means? I have 10 wins under my belt. I finally got to 2003 in the 4th episode, baby. Woo! Due to this level up in year, I get a pack of each mainline set from 2002. That's 1 pack each of LOB, Metal Raiders, the non-European spell rulers Cause America Baby, and a singular pack of Pharaoh's Servant. I also get 2 packs of Tournament Packs 1 and 2 as well as 2 McDonald promos, but more importantly, like with what I did at the beginning of the series with 2002, I get 10 packs of each mainline booster pack from 2003. This means I get 10 packs of Labyrinth of Nightmare, Legacy of Darkness, Pharaonic Guardian, Magician's Force, and Dark Crisis. I also will get 2 packs of Tournament Pack 3 for my troubles, which let me tell you, with all these packs combined, my deck changed a lot. I'm gonna speed run the deck opening for you all, but here is what my deck looks like now. Kept the Cyberjar, Jinzo, and a few other cards, but now it looks like a more competent deck. For a full breakdown though, for those interested, I have Cyberjar, 2 copies each of Gravekeeper's Guard and Gravekeeper's Spy, Jinzo, King Tiger Wangu, 3 copies of Old Vindictive Magician, Spirit Reaper, Zombra the Dark, Gagajago, Gemini Elf, 2 Opticlops, and 2 Sky Scouts. I got rid of the low attack point monsters mainly because I'm not gonna draw Messenger of Peace every game, so I might as well just deal with it when it happens. For the spells, I kept the Fishers, Horns of Heaven, Malevolent Nuzzlers, and 2 copies of Messenger of Peace. With how my trap lineup is, I feel like I don't need to rely on Eternal Rest to help me win, so just an equip spell or 2 works in all honesty with one of my big beaters. Thinking of which, my trap cards include Bottomless Trap Hole, Horn of Heaven, Mitcher, 3 Reijiki Breaks, the Ring of Destruction, 2 Sakuretsu Armors, a Skill Drain, a Solemn Judgment, and Spellbinding Circle. I did get quite a few banned cards throughout the pack openings, but they were all mainly commons, which is why I got a Bottomless Trap Hole, a Second Guard, and a Second Spy. I also got a Terraforming due to pulling a banned card, but then immediately in the next pack pulled an actual copy of Terraforming. Oh well, I already locked it in, and technically Terraforming isn't banned, just limited, so I have to live with multiple copies. Anyhow, the next 2 duels weren't special. It was against the Sacred Beast monsters and Fiend Smith respectively. I conceded to them because there was no way I could win. However, my third duel was against a 60-card Kashtira Dogmatica player, and let me tell you, this guy was horrible. I was able to destroy Shangri-La, even though it had material on it. My opponent must not have known about his last effect to protect himself. Also, he used Shangri-La's standby phase effect on my turn, which is totally legal by the way, but then he forgets to use it on his turn? That's weird. Also, he had Kashtira Birth on field but didn't use it to get the unicorn from banishment that he put there from Kashtira Rise Heart. Buddy, you okay over there, man? I did win the duel, as my opponent presumably drew nothing of value and also presumably wanted to pilot the deck atrociously. In either case, another win means I get 2 packs of Tournament Pack 4 and I decided to open up 3 packs of Labyrinth of Nightmare. The 2003 packs are much better than those in 2002, so it was a tough call between Nightmare, Legacy of Darkness, and I think Dark Crisis. However, I didn't get anything too valuable, so whatever. My next duel was actually a good duel. I was facing a branded player and it was actually going very good, except for the fact that they made an illegal move that made the whole duel null and void, essentially in my opinion. They activated Nadir's Servant and sent Garura the Wings of Resonant Life to the graveyard. No big deal, they'll get a search off, then in a new chain link they will draw a card after shuffling their deck. Nope. That is not what they did. Instead, before searching they drew a card, then searched for Dogmatica Maximus. You may be wondering why this matters so much. Trust me, it does. This is not like Magic the Gathering where the stack can be messed with while resolving multiple cards/effects. We call it the chain/chain link, but same difference. No, in Yu-Gi-Oh! You cannot play any cards and/or effects while the chain is resolving. If any effects would trigger while the chain is resolving, they will trigger in a new chain. This would have definitely gotten the opponent in trouble if this was a tournament duel, and even worse is that in Dueling Book, the hand gets shuffled each time you add a card from your deck to your hand, so once he was done shuffling his deck, there was no way to determine what card was drawn off of Garura. I still played the duel out as it was an interactive duel, but at the end of it I did consider it a win for myself because this was a huge illegal play on my opponent's end, and if you really want to be dramatic, the sanctity of the duel was ruined lol. Due to this, I opened up 2 packs of Tournament Pack 3 and some more Labyrinth of Nightmare, although honestly I might try a different pack next time I win. Pulls are not that good if I'm being honest. I did change the deck up a bit to add in some Akibio Drakmords, but other than that it's largely the same. I decided to do a couple more duels after that. I faced a Runnick player, and honestly I thought I had a decent chance at winning despite it being Runnick, but not to drag on video, I surrendered when they activated Synchro Zone. Basically, if you don't know, the only important part of the card is that no monsters can attack aside from Synchro monsters, which I have none at the moment, so fun! And I have no way of destroying it, so see ya! I then played an Exodia player with the Millennium support, who I conceded to once they negated my Drakmord equip spell. Let me tell you, a monster that can't be destroyed by card effects is really hard to get rid of when my monsters can't possibly get that high in attack power. My next 3 duels though, oh boy! I went first against an evil Eye Kashtira player. I had very luckily drawn a copy of Messenger of Peace and King Tiger Wanghu in my opening hand, and let me tell you, my opponent could do nothing. They can't attack with any monster with 1500 or more attack, and any monster they summon with 1400 or less attack instantly dies from Wanghu. They did a few things but ultimately conceded once they actually read King Tiger's effect. The second to last duel wasn't actually a duel. The guy conceded without even playing rock, paper, scissors. I was contemplating actually counting the duel or not, but the duel records does say he lost, so screw it, we are balling. The packs from these 2 wins didn't give me anything that good. I did get another Gravekeeper's Spy and Spirit Reaper, which I put in after taking out the 2 copies of the Drakmord equip spell.
However, this last duel was possibly the best duel I have had. There was interaction with the Mimic Ghouls player I faced. I went first and I set Old Vindictive Magician face down alongside Magic Drain and Horn of Heaven. My opponent goes to summon his Mimic Dragon, but I negated its summon with Horn of Heaven, causing him to set 3 and pass. Although, the 3 cards weren't much as I just summoned Gagajigo, equipped him with the Horn of the Unicorn I drew for turn, and attacked for 2550. Next turn, my opponent summons a monster to my side of the field, but I thought he misclicked so I gave it back to him. And apparently that's what the archetype does. I had to read the card to finally understand. Yeah, okay, that was supposed to happen. Imagine reading, huh? Anyhow, he passed after that, causing me to go in once again with Gagajigo for 2550 after setting Gravekeeper's Guard. Once it came back to him, he gave me another Mimic Ghoul monster before summoning the Mimic Ghoul Master. He tried to use its effect on the monster he just summoned to my field, but after reading the Ghoul Master's effect, it only works on my main phase. He passed, and once it got to my main phase, he foolishly flipped it face up in attack position with the Master's effect. Given, when the monster he gave me was flipped face up, it destroyed my Gagajigo, but Horn of the Unicorn gets put on top of my deck. Plus I drew Gemini Elf and Malevolent Nuzzler over my last 2 turns, so it's a win-win for me. I summoned my elf, equipped her with Nuzzler, and went to town. I tried to flip my guard to return Master to the hand, but he impermed Guard's effect. Either way, I got in for damage before passing it to my opponent. His turn consisted of quite the Mimic Ghoul combo, however for some reason, he never attacked and destroyed Gemini Elf after returning Malevolent Nuzzler to my hand and the face-down monster he gave me a while ago to his hand. Hell, he even took guard with Relinquished Anima, but Anima doesn't stop you from attacking. I dunno, maybe I missed something with the field spell, or with triple tactics thrust, but as far as I know, he could have destroyed Elf. Either way, it came back to my turn and I drew Horn of the Unicorn. I equipped both it and Malevolent Nuzzler to Gemini Elf and attacked into Relinquished Anima. My opponent didn't have anything, as one of the set cards was Triple Tactics Talent, a card he set off of Thrust. He even tried activating talents as well, but I reminded him that it was set from Thrust, so he couldn't activate it. I attacked in and won, causing me to get 2 packs of Tournament Pack 4, which got me my second Magic Drain, and I decided to open up 3 packs of Pharaonic Guardian, which got me another guard. I took out a Zombara and Spellbinding Circle, figuring those 2 weren't anything good for me to have in the deck at the time. In either case, this is where I ended it for today, so I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified of any recent videos. It really helps me out and lets me know you guys like the series. I am continuing the tradition from the last video, so here is my duel record. I am currently at 15 wins and 28 losses, which makes my win percentage almost 35%. Hopefully I can get that to be higher. So until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace and love, friends.